Welcome back, everyone. So we're going to go over some of the locations that are available here in Pyro, and then we'll go and taking a look through, and I'll walk through some of these stations to give you a good lay of the land. So here we are. I'm actually going to start at Checkmate just to show this location, but I'm going to overall start the tour in Rune Station because it is the one that's unique. Both Checkmate and Obituary appear to be stations that are mirrored or the same kind of layout. So as far as location, Checkmate is closest to the Stanton Gateway. So if you're interested in being closest to the Stanton Gateway, Checkmate be the way to go. Otherwise, Bloom or the Obituary location is probably best for all around centralization. And then Terminus or Rune Station will be the one that's probably furthest away. So again, the Rune Station here, which is the furthest away from all other locations, you're going to have the location of Planet Bloom, but it's going to be Obituary. And then I'm currently at Checkmate, but there isn't really a planet here or any kind of body nearby. But it is closest to Stan. So looking at these are going to be the options if you want to start in Pyro. Things you need to kind of ask yourself: do you want to be in a lawless system? If you don't mind being a lawless system, maybe starting Pyro is good. Do you want to deal with FPS kind of missions? Because all these different stations have the contested zones. I'm not going to really show those today, but there's just so much that we're going to cover otherwise. I'll show you some of the different things you can go to in the lay of the land. And I'll kind of go through where you can purchase certain things, some of the things you're used to purchasing. I like to show kind of the medical area where you can purchase the med pens, and then I'll show where you can purchase some armor and stuff like that, and some of the shops. Otherwise, obviously, Stanton will be the better option when it comes to being in a lawful zone, being able to purchase things you're used to, getting the money you want. For me, that's what I'm going to focus on, and then I'll come to Pyro. Either I may make it a home at a later build, or I might just come here and then make one of these station my homes by kind of saving my spawn here and logging out here, things of that nature. Anyways, let's get into it.
Beyond the horizon, where the stars align, we'll forge our destiny in the fabric of time with every pulse of star.
Now, as I stated before, we're at Rune Station. I just came out of the hab. So once you get your hab, you want to get to the elevators. I think another thing I want to kind of note is that, I think Pyro is going to be, so a lot of this takes just a prediction part on your side. And a lot of this is going to be taken up by the fact that you have to kind of make some assumptions. First, I'm just going to walk you through. So here we are. We just got out of the habs. You can be out of one of these two elevators. I'm going to take this immediate left, okay? And both of these are going to look pretty similar until we get right here. Right here is where the two differ. So you can see here, there's no way to go to the right. I just have to go to the left. So I'm going to go to the left. And then you'll notice straight ahead, there's a couple options. This is the major fork that you'll have to make decisions on where you want to go. To the further left, that's going to be to the hangars. Straight ahead, you can see is the clinic. I'd recommend going there first to get a couple items. And then to the right is actually going to be the markets through this doorway. So this one, it's a little more unique. And then, of course, these are the habs over there. So first of all, I'm going to take you to the medical, and then I'll bring you back to where we're at now. So you do have the check-in there. Go through this kind of clear area here. On the right, you have insurance, and on the left, you have the ability to purchase things. It's going to be pretty expensive to get things like a med gun, but at least you can get the red pens there. If you don't get those there, don't worry about it. You can probably, we can probably get them somewhere else. Next, I'm going to take you to the market. So here we are. We're starting off again. Here's the habs. I'm back at my little three-way selection here. I can go to the hangars, I can go to the medical, or again, I can go to the market. I'm going to show you all the market, because it's a little bit unique here. So you're going to kind of go around here until you get to this next doorway. Now you're officially in the market section. All right, so once you get to the market area here, you can see here you enter. This is going to be largely just kind of a bunch of different small vendors, but they're not largely going to be the vendors you're going to be really interested in. I mean, you can get some food and stuff here, but I'll show where we can get some crews and where you'll want to focus your time. So you want to do is you want to go through the left here, down through this particular hallway. The rest of the stuff, you can take a look at these vendors, but just note that once you get in here, you want to take an immediate left. Once you do that, you want to take an immediate right, and right over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a stairway. So I don't see any signs for this. It's going to be right next to this rotisserie rat thing. So note that it's across from the rotisserie rats. You want to go up the stairs here where everybody else, all these other NPCs are, I don't know, really interested in what's going on up here. Continue to follow the stairs. All right, from here, we're at the purple kind of lights. So this is just makes a big circle, but you want to take a left here. You can see here is the gun section. So you can go in here. This is going to look like all the other same gun sections. So it's just guns here. And then you can purchase them individually, or there's going to be a couple kiosks. One kiosk here and one kiosk here. There is armor They appear to be similar because this had his Inquisitioner. The Inquisitioner set also appears at the other stations. Alright, so that is the gun section. Additionally, if you continue to go down, you'll notice there is a ship shop where you can purchase some guns and some systems. We'll try it again, earlier today when I tried this. Oh, okay, it's working this time. I do note that when I tried this earlier today, I couldn't even get into the terminal. So I don't know if that was something going on with me, but I think it was maybe it's been a server error since I last did this. Okay, so there's attrition, there's all kinds of guns here, there's some systems, but I don't see anything like a braid or mining stuff. I'll show you where some of the mining stuff is. We're gonna go right back. So I'm gonna exit, follow the exit sign here, you're gonna go back down the stairway, back down the other second set of stairs, and instead of making, well, you can see the signs now. They actually have pretty good signage. And you go right back out. And I'm gonna reset it, and I'll put us back to where we were before we came in through here. All right, and now when I go back to the clinic, that's where I want to go, but I'm going to reset you. This is back to where the habs are. So right here, boom, we're back to where we started. Again, to the right is the market. We've already gone there. We've gone to the clinic. We're going to take a next look at the hangars. Just go down this way. Whether you go left or right, it doesn't matter because we're going around to the other side here to the hangars. Again, both left and right. This is exactly the opposite of where we came from. There's contested zones and stuff like that too. That's stuff that you might want to consider. But as you can follow down here, this is all going to look pretty similar once we get to the other stations as well. But boom. Here is... Now you can go left or right. You go to the left. And this is going to be your hangars. Now, I'm going to call a ship. Hopefully this works as well, because this also wasn't working earlier today. Looking good. I also do want to note... I should... Okay, we're going to wait for this. I'm not going to wait for this. I'm going to go down. I'm going to show you some of the other areas while that comes in. So, I don't know if there's anyone there or not. The problem with these private hangars is, so you want to call it to the hangar. So this is the same elevators you use when you get your hangar. I don't have a hangar right now because that's not what I would show you. I want to go to the cargo section because this is actually, and this is going to be the same across all of these stations. You want to use your hangar elevator, and there's a cargo and refinery section. Do note there are two elevators. I have noticed that sometimes one elevator, one or the other, doesn't seem to respond when I'm trying to get back out of here. There's also a ship seller, and do note that that one only has one hangar, one elevator out of there, and I usually can't defeat that elevator boss, so I have to log out and get back to my hab. Now, this does show commodity trade, but as I've noted before in a previous video, they're still not commodities, so they're just cargo shop. So I won't be taking a look at these, but we'll head further back. Just know that in the future they could be commodities or they may remain to be cargo shop. Back here is the cargo shop, and you can see they have a bunch of different items here as well, and you have crews. So this is exactly where you'll want to go after you go maybe to the medical section. You'll want to come take a look here. So it does have armor. There's undersuits as well. This reminds me of any kind of cargo section you go to when you go to a station. So I like the yellow suit here. Additionally, again, as I mentioned before, with miscellaneous, you'll be able to buy crews, some other snack bars if you want to. Additionally, if you go to personal weapons, you will see the multi-tool, as well as the larger director rifle or the max lift. Under utility, there is some storage boxes, but as far as like getting stuff like maybe a braid and other salvaging stuff, I have not been able to find those here at the station at all. That goes back to, I'd almost like to start in Stanton and get my ships at a ready state before I come out this way. All right, and then I can also start at Pyro at a later patch because at least I'll have items to go off of. So that's my plan. Again, that's the kind of stuff you need to consider when you're trying to decide where to start. Let's make our way back to these elevators. And this kind of hangar section just reminds me very much of the other usual stations that you see around Stanton. So this kind of layout of like, there's the little cargo section. It's very similar. Okay, we're gonna go down the refinery section. Again, as I mentioned before, there is a ship dealer. They do have stuff like the Prospector and the Vulture and a couple of the ground vehicles, but do note that, again, the few times I've gone down there today, I have not been able to get back out of there because the elevator, it was funny, I came through that elevator one time and somebody instantly followed right through there and left, and then I was stuck there. Okay, so once you get to the refinery, there are two elevators. There's one here, and I came in on this one, and then you want to follow to the left here to the shops. The right side doesn't look like it goes through, but just take a left here to the shops. Follow this arrow. And you'll see here, you have these kind of like refinery job things, and then you can sell ore here as well. And then right around back here, you can see the shop sign. Right around the back here, you can see there is supplies. So you can purchase supplies. Okay? That's it. And largely mining stuff here and usual kind of refinery cells and wares, modules, things of that nature. But I have not seen a braid and like I said, salvaging materials or salvaging type of upgrades. You're going to take it right out of here instead of the left, and you're going to follow back around to the exit. There's one other thing I wanted to note. I'll go back and show you the admin office as well. All right, I've gone ahead and reset us one more time. Again, those are the habs over there. So as you come through here, you have your three-way. I want to show you the admin office. So go take a right back to the market, and you want to follow this around again. Right through here. And then keep following through. So now we're back at the main market area. Now last time we took a left here and we went over to the other section. We want to take a right this time. Kind of follow this red arrow here. And all the way around here and straight across here. You can go either around either way, but here's the admin section. So if you want commodities like construction material, things of that nature, you can sell them here at this commodity shop. Check a video editing and really just backspacing my character. I'm back at Checkmate. So do note that Checkmate and Obituary are very similar, as for what I can tell. So when I go back here, take a look at the location. This is the one all the way off to the right side here, and then the other will be around Gloom. I was at original Bloom. Sorry, not Bloom, not Gloom. Bloom is going to be the other option. So this is going to be around Obituary. These are the two that are going to be very similar. Whereas again, I started it at Terminus over here with Rune Station. So here we are. We're at Checkmate. So this is the hab elevators, right? So if you do spawn here, you'll be coming right out of here. Same thing again with Obituary. So these two should be the exact same, more or less what I can tell. You're going to take a left, just like the other, but this is where the other station, but this is where they differ. So this has a big circle. Whether you go this way or the left, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to take us around to the left. Now, this is the kind of decision to be made here. First is going to be, do you want to go to medical around this side, or do you want to go towards the shops? So first I'll show you around medical, because again, these are going to look very similar to what I did before. Go through here, and on the right, again, insurance. On the left is going to be where you can pick up medical supplies. And then on the way in, of course, they've got the same check-in spot. All right. So that's the first thing you know. So that's on the absolute opposite side of the habs. All right, resetting back again a little bit. So again, that is going to be where the habs are. Here is medical, where we've already went and take a look. So you're going to go down to the shops here. So you're going to want to look at these different little shops, but don't worry about these. There's water and stuff like that. But again, I'll show you where to get crews and all that. You want to take this stairway. You can see there's the admin office, which is fine if you want to visit the admin office, but continue down. And you want to make your way through here to the actual shops. So this is going to be where the bowls and the rats kind of are, and there's a water vendor, but you want to make your way through here. So again, as you make your way to the center, to the right is the bar, which I think could be a lot of need for. There are the guns up ahead. On the left is going to be the ship cells. Not ship cells, but ship components and some guns. So here you are. This vendor looks pretty much the same as the other stations. Again, you have your weapon shop. I just passed one as well. Here's another terminal, so 2 terminals there. Make your way back. And on, again, if you start back from the center, once I came through here, again to the right, not really caring about the bar. On the left here is going to be the ship parts, and there's 2 shop terminals here. And again, this is a lot like the other ship vendor that was, or ship parts vendor that was available at the other station. Okay, we're going to head back out, and I'll take you all to the hangars. Back up to the admin office. All right, we've reset again. I'm back at where the habs are. The habs are down that way. Again, medical is across the way, and on the left is the shops. So instead of taking a left, again, medical's across the way. You take a right, and then it'll take you to the hangars. And this is going to look pretty similar to the other station we were just at. You just keep going straight, and then across here will be the little stairway, and you can hop down here and go left or right, but I like to go left, and it'll take you to the hangars. Boom, here we are. So this is actually my home station. I don't need to call a ship right now because I already have a hangar here, but I will call the elevator and we'll go down to the cargo shop, and I'll show you there's a refinery. I'll just show, okay, love it when the elevator grabs you like that. So this has the same kind of elevator system that the other one had. So I'm just gonna go down to the cargo section. I won't show you around to that one. I'm just gonna show you that it's there, and I'll show you the refinery, but they're the exact same layout. Yeah, So once you get here, just walk out. This is the opposite elevator. I came in on this one originally last time. Right up here, and there you go. There's the, commodity shop, which is unfortunately not the commodities, and the cargo shop. So right now, again, it's not commodities, it's the shop. So if you want to use these terminals, you can for now. Otherwise, go through here, this little stairway, and it'll take you around to the back where you can purchase crews and you can purchase armor, stuff like that, if you need it. We're gonna go back through here, and I'll go down the refinery. We'll look at the same thing. All in all, that's about it. Again, I like to go to the medical first. It's weird, it was already doing the sounds, but it wasn't showing the door moving. I like to go to the medical first, purchase some pens, possibly a med gun or two, and then I like to come down here to purchase armor, crews, and a tractor weapon, tractor beam. Back here we are, and then you take a left to the shops, and again, it's just the same as the other one on these floor kind of layouts. And then right here, again, you have the ore cells, you have the refinery jobs, and then you continue around the back here, and this is going to be, again, where you can purchase some of the mining stuff, mining modules, things of that nature. That's about it. Again, as I mentioned before, I just wanted to be kind of complete to show that all these other ones are pretty similar. Anyways, so here is the hangar. It's very similar, again, to any other industrial hangar, but you'll notice, I'll just go to the sides here really quick. There's some areas to put a ship, but they're few and far between. There's kind of an area here, but you're limited by the width of the ship because of this. Like, I don't necessarily think I had a hard time with the Intrepid. This has a stairway, so like I tried putting a Buccaneer in here once, but these corners are taken up by debris and they're covered up. So like in a regular industrial hangar, this is open to I could put an arrow and stuff in there, but none of that stuff's available here. And again, it's super dark in here. So just be mindful of that. Let me know if you want a separate video. I can show the hangar a little bit, but this is what you have to work with. This is the lighting you have to work. This actually seems better than I've seen it in the past. Additionally, there's also, you might find other video too, but when you go to land in these hangars, they might be like totally grayed out, gray box essentially. And then when you get closer, then they actually render in. So there's some challenges with these hangars as well. I'm just going to start in Stanton and be there until they kind of really get Pyro kind of cleared out. Right now, the build includes 4 servers in Stanton, 4 servers in Pyro, 500 player total on the mesh. So that being said, I think there's going to be always more weight on the Pyro side, given that it's new. That's what I'm expecting. A lot of this takes a lot of assumptions. Some of those assumptions are, where will people be? I think they'll largely be in Pyro versus Stanton. So that's something to be mindful of. You might actually find better server stability if you stay in Stanton for a little bit. Additionally, Pyro's not going anywhere. So if you're thinking about it, I mean, Pyro's not it's going to still be here. So if you want to explore it, there's beautiful planets here, don't get me wrong, and I want to go to Pyro. But at the end of the day, what will probably happen is, again, I'll start in Stanton. I'll end up jumping here. What could happen, though, from a con side, is people may come start here and end up being able to stall out the Stanton gateway. There's only one gateway here. Honestly, it needs to be one in each corner, in my opinion, or at least like 3. That would at least spread out the possibility of being able to camp that site. But at the end of the day, there are people that start here in Pyro, and if they're able to get enough resources together, it's possible that they're able to really control this area. I just don't foresee that happening. I foresee being able to start in Stanton, get everything squared away that you want to get squared away, and then coming here, and then kind of making a home here if you'd like, set spawn here, all that kinds of stuff. It's up to you to decide that. There's other stations to go to in here as well. You don't necessarily have to. I mean, obviously you have to start at these locations, but there's other stations here, like a refuel. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of different little sections here you can go to these stations instead if you'd like to. Docking, landing zones. They do have usually medical services. It's clinic. Okay, so yeah. Although I did find that when I went here with the reclaimer, it was not possible to land it there, and you can't dock it. So that was okay with the Polaris. I was able to dock it, but from the other, like a bigger ship like the reclaimer, it doesn't have an extra large hangar. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to really share with y'all. Let me know if you have questions below. But really the priming questions are, do you really care about lawful and lawless? If you only want lawful, then obviously you want to start in Stanton and use that as your main focus. Come to Pyro as you feel needed. Do you want new missions? Do you absolutely hate Stanton these days? Then go to Pyro, right? There's no reason not to necessarily go to Pyro. Just note that it's probably going to be a little rough at first. Just note that you're not going to have any of your ships, unless those that you've pledged. You're not going to have access to a lot of different gear and stuff. I've already shown this video how to get some of the standard stuff, but there's some things that are missing here that I'm not sure where to get them, and so I'm going to start in Stanton so I can get them first, and then again, hopefully we'll have a 4.1 relatively soon after 4.0, so that I could possibly set my spawn point here if I'd like to, or if I decide that I regret my decision. Always down the line, you get to pick a new spawn point, and so yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to go about it. I just haven't decided which of the stand places I want to set my spawn at. Again, be mindful if you do want to go to Stanton. Be mindful of the ship you want to use. So I do want to use the Polaris a bit more. So with Crusader, I do have to note that I can't use the Polaris very well at the Crusader because I have to dock it there and I can't land in the hangar. So I may want to use something like Microtech, but ArcCorp might be a good alternative because it is far away. But I've just gotten used to Crusader, and I've gotten used to all the different shops and vendors there. We'll have to see. I'll have to think about it. We've got some time to think about it. Spend some time thinking about where you want to start, because that's going to be one of the major questions to ask. In the meantime, at least you know where to go when you get to these kind of stations, and it should give you a bit of a guide if you want to start at Pyro, what shops and vendors you need to go to before you kind of get into the missions. Anyways, thank you all for checking out the video. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
This endless journey happens as it seems.